Lily, are you there, sweet girl? Sorry, I just took my hair out. Okay, so do you see me? Can you hear me? Can you let me know if this is working? My hair is completely out of the ordinary. My bracelet got caught on it. So let's see. We're communicating with Lily. She's trying to get on. On. Same way. Can you see me? So it's a little tricky. I see two people in this. There you are. Yay! Okay, great. Okay, perfect. So hopefully you have a pillow, a blanket, maybe two, maybe two small pillows, and then we'll begin. So also, if you have a wall and access to a wall nearby, um, but not necessary, we'll do that at the end. Maybe you'll pause it, or I'll give you some time to do that. But for now, we'll just start off by laying back. We'll have the pillow here at the end. And what we're going to do is bring the soles of our feet together and place it onto the pillow and then lower the body down. So we'll come to our nice reclined Supta Baddha Konasana. Just allow the breath to flow in and out, nice and smooth. Had a little difficulty right before, but we're here. Take the breath nice and smoothly up the body and allow it to pour out. And with each exhale, allow your breath to be a loud breath, or maybe sigh it out, or release whatever you need to on the exhales. Allow the body to pour into the mat. Allow the breath to guide the body further down. Using this time to get really quiet, to get really still. As we lay here breathing, let's take a moment to set an intention for this practice. And with that intention, on your next exhale, release the intention. Can you allow thoughts to come and go? Just like an ocean, just like clouds, come in and out. Smooth inhale, smooth exhale. So I'll walk you through this breath practice that's called Samavriti, which is translated to same breath. So we're going to inhale for the count of 4. We're going to pause for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 4. Pause again. And then continue just like this. This type of breath is also called box breathing. And so just to kind of help, you can visualize drawing a square, a box, with each inhale, pause, exhale, and include the pause to create that box. So we'll first take a smooth inhale and a smooth exhale out the nose. Take an inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Keep that breath going. Nice and smooth. Continue the cycle of breath. And then when you're ready, you can release it, or you can continue with this breathing. Maybe now you bring your hands onto your belly. Connecting to your solar plexus. It's right below the ribs. An area of your personal power. And maybe bringing in a yellow light that's correlated to that personal power, that solar plexus. Bringing it in right underneath your hand. Maybe we go back to Samavriti, or we bring our attention to the breath if any thoughts have come across. Just noticing how our life has changed into such a virtual world. And maybe noticing how much we've tapped into that virtual world, even more so than we have before. And at this moment, reminding ourselves how much we need this time alone without having to browse, alone with our breath, alone with any thoughts, but yet still being okay amidst those thoughts, not letting them overpower or control. With a nice smooth inhale and a nice smooth exhale, bring your hands down on the outsides of the thighs. Help your knees close together. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side here. Push your low back down. Turn onto your side, whichever side you want to. Come into fetal position. And use the bottom arm as a pillow. Take a few moments here. Bring your top hand down and make yourself come all the way up. Make your way up to seated. Bring your pillow, bring it in front of you. Bring your big toes to touch behind you. Spread your knees apart and bring that pillow in between your thighs. Maybe bring another pillow on top or a blanket if you think you need a little more height. I'm just going to try it out with one more or whatever kind of lift you have underneath you. And then always know that with supportive postures, you're going to want to fine tune each pose, meaning that you're going to wiggle a lot and you're going to adjust, readjust, and modify to your needs. And now beginning the melting process again of the body. This time on each inhale, push the inhale down into the pelvis. And then on your exhale, release it out through the legs. So we're really just going down and out. Inhale into the pelvis. Exhale out through the legs. Anchoring yourself with the breath, pouring out through your legs. Uncurling the fingers, uncurling the toes. relaxing the skin across your eyebrows. What we're doing with our breath is we're grounding down. We tend to send energy up when we inhale. And so it's nice to bring it down. Maybe you want to turn to the opposite cheek. Continue the breath. This time on your inhale, take an inhale through the whole circumference of the torso. And then on your exhale, bring it into the center of your abdomen, all the way into the center. And then again, inhale through the whole circumference of the torso. And then exhale, a little small ball in the pit of the abdomen. And as you're breathing here, imagine just a light filling up the torso. And then as you exhale, the light grows darker into an orange. When it expands, it's a soft yellow orange. And then when it retracts into the navel, into the center, it becomes red. Nice, smooth inhale. Nice, smooth exhale. And maybe turning that cheek again. Just investigating on what your body and your needs are at this moment. Noticing the neck and if the chin tends to go down towards the bottom shoulder, or if you can keep the neck nice and long. Nice, smooth inhales. On your exhale, crawl your hands back towards your knees. Bring yourself up. Remove pillow out to the side. Grab your larger pillow and place it behind you. Turn your back towards the pillow and then reach your legs out long. And then slowly walk your hands behind you as you lower your torso onto the pillow. If you need a small little lift underneath your head for more support, feel free to do so. Just allow your legs to be relaxed so the toes turn out. Your palms face up. Here we're elevating the chest, opening it up. Envisioning that white, now it's moving up into the chest. Now the light is green. You inhale into the chest, into the heart, and then you exhale it out through the legs. Inhale fully and completely, and exhale out through the legs. Relax the inner thighs. No holding in the groins or gripping in the hips or pelvis. Focusing your attention on the breath, on the light. Smooth inhale. Nice and smooth exhale. And always know you can vacillate between the breaths that we're learning and that we're doing. No pressure to stick with one. Just a suggestion. Allow your jaws to be soft. I know I tend to have a firm jaw. It's a good reminder just to keep a nice soft face, nice soft gaze. And I've heard that A hard jaw is, a tense jaw is related to tight hips. Now, I don't know if that resonates with you, but it seems to be for me, energetically at least. Notice how, notice the difference, if any, from the beginning of the class to now. So if ever you feel a little uneasy or just kind of off, it's a good suggestion to separate the ribs from the pelvis, just like we're doing here. We're doing this because we want to create space for the diaphragm, which is right below the rib cage. And when we do this, it allows the receptors in the diaphragm translate their message to the receptors in the brain to let it know it's okay to relax, that it's a good time to relax. It helps initiate the parasympathetic nervous system. And this parasympathetic nervous system helps to slow down the nervous system. So I always think of parasympathetic, the first word, stop, right? Para, Spanish. Although it does take a little bit longer to initiate that slowing down process because it takes longer in general for the parasympathetic to kind of come down. It's easy for it to fire, but it takes more time for it to slow down. And so we know that with more practice of slowing down and helping your body come into these positions or helping your body remember to breathe, it then helps the body go into the slowing down process quicker each time. So it's like it becomes more instinctual, right? And yeah, it's totally easier said than done, and that's why it's called a practice. Even, right before this video, I was getting a little skittish because I wasn't able to log in as quickly as I had imagined. So I'm reminding myself that, hey, I can slow myself down if I just took a second, right? It's interesting how we have all the tools necessary for that self-aid. And often we think we have to seek externally. It's all inside of us. Nice and smooth inhale. Nice and smooth exhale. Bend your knees and walk your feet out as wide as the mat. I'm in cozy socks because it's a little cold. And then bring your knees to knock in. And I've just reminded myself that my chin was kind of going up higher than my forehead. So I just took my chin in down towards my chest and recreated my long spine, my long neck. Bring your knees into your chest, roll onto your right side maybe. Place your top hand down, bring yourself up to seated. Remove that pillow. Lower back down onto your mat. And then we'll just take a nice soft twist each way. Bring your knees into your chest. Take your right leg down onto the mat. Turn over to your right side. Take a twist here. Maybe you bring your right hand on top of your left knee. Straighten your left arm out to the side. If you need to shimmy your right shoulder out to the right so that your left shoulder lays down, go ahead and do so. And then bring your knees back to center. Straighten your left leg down onto the mat and then cross over to your left, placing your left hand on your knee. Doing the same thing, shimmying your left shoulder if you need to. Rest the right arm down. And when you're ready, bring your knees into your chest. And here is where we're going to take our last and final pose, Shavasana. Maybe you have access to a wall or to the end of your bed like you see here. So I'll show you what we're going to do. It's Viparita Karani. And it's basically legs up the wall. We can bring the mat closer to the wall, whatever you'd like. It is your home. Bring your pillow or your blanket, bring it at the bottom of your mat, right next to the wall. And sit at the edge of your pillow. Bring your hands behind you, lower onto the pillow, revolve over to the mat, leave your hips on the pillow so that the top portion of the hips are on the pillow. And it's sliding off the edge of the pillow. Gosh, I've said pillow so many times. You can keep your legs straight with a bend in the knees here, or you can open up the legs and place them in a V. Arms out to the sides, palms facing the ceiling. And again, you feel the separation between the chest and the pelvis. Our inhales go into the base, the center of the throat. And the exhales release out through the back, the low back. Inhale, this time it's a blue light into the throat. And you exhale out through the low back. Inhale that blue light into your throat and exhale it out through your low back. The light moves to the center in between your eyebrows, and it's a soft indigo color. Inhale it in through the center of the eyes. Exhale it out through the low back. Inhale, exhale. Last and final light pours down into the crown of the head. You can exhale it out wherever you feel is best. Total relaxation. Shavasana. Slowly begin to deepen your breath, wiggling the fingers and toes. Rolling onto your right side, coming into fetal position. Push your top hand down and bring yourself up to seated. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the chest, and then exhale, bow into the heart. Thumbs pressing into the chest reminds us that we all come from pure love. Thumbs rise up to meet our lips to remind us to speak words of love. And the knuckles of the thumbs press in between the eyebrows to remind us that we're all connected through this same love. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste. Thank you, Lily. Have a good night.